Hi everyone, welcome to the data labeling video for Shortcomings and Wishlist. My name is Angelo Molina Rossi and Rahul Mittal will be presenting as well. First is our shortcomings. We have four significant shortcomings in our project. The first one is patent label trackers on a dashboard are not graphing properly. As you can see on the right side, the first image shows one of the bar graphs for annotator activity. And the biggest issue we have with these bar graphs is that all of them are labeling at 32. There's nothing, there's no difference between any of the bar graphs, and we hope to fix that in the future so that we can show some accurate information on a dashboard. For number two, there is no feedback after annotating that confirms a submission is successful. What we mean by this is that when annotators currently annotate, they submit it, they submit the patent with the label, there's nothing that can let the annotator know that what they've done has been successful and that their information has been recorded on the back end. So we hope to have some sort of notification system that will confirm to them that they have annotated successfully. Number three, the admin dashboard can see the object ID of users, but it doesn't have the name of the users. This is a bit of an issue for the admins because object IDs are useful to identify users in the backend through their object ID. However, admins should be able to see usernames as well, and we hope to implement that so that way the admins have an easier time identifying users without having to go through the entire object ID and looking at specific characters. For number four, active learning pipeline is not integrated on the backend right now and it has to be run manually separately. What this means is that currently the patent labels that are being inserted are not being dynamically added into the active learning pipeline. So the model is run manually, which means that unfortunately the active learning is not implemented fully so that I can learn automatically through the new labels that are being inserted. Thank you. And next is going to be Rahul with the wish list.
Hello everyone. So talking about the wish list, I'll go on starting from the admin side. Uh, Actually, for the annotator first. So for the annotator, the first thing that we wish to do in the future is include a help page with an annotation guide. Since our application is developed for the people at USPTO, there might be some new annotators that study in the platform, and it will be helpful for them to see a quick guide on how to annotate certain patents and certain categories. The second list item on our list for the annotators is to view the list of skip patents. As you saw in the demo video, the annotators can skip patents if they choose to. However, right now we can't see the list of the patents that they skipped to get back to. So we wish to include that list in the future as well. The final thing for the annotator right now would be to add a visual progress bar to see the number of patents annotated versus assigned. This is different from the shortcomings that Angelo mentioned about the notification of feedback. This is, however, just to see the number of patents that were assigned to them versus how many of them they already annotated. Now, talking about the admin wish list, the first item on our list is to be able to upload patents from the front end. Right now, we have to upload patents to the database manually from the backend. However, it is not as user friendly for the end user, so we hope to include that as a feature in the future as well. The final item for the admin is to customize the target labels for different batches of patents. So right now, the admin is not able to assign uh, patents to certain users, and since each batch of patents come with different target categories, we need to be able to dynamically set those as well. So this is another item on the wish list for the admin. Finally, some logical improvements. We want to create an algorithm to optimize the parameters of the active learning architecture. What I mean by this is that active learning right now just reiterates after a brute force number of 10 patents, but we want to optimize it so it can learn the optimum number of patents that it should take in before it renews. The second improvement we want is to create a query strategy to select patents to be annotated. So one of the major benefits of using an active learning architecture is that we have a custom query which can select the patterns that will maximize the performance and send it back to the user to annotate. So we do it random right now, but that is something we need to implement in the future. The third thing is resetting forgotten password. This is a very standard uh, process in all websites, and we wish to include it in the future as well. Lastly, we want to improve the security of the website itself by implementing advanced user authentication. So one of the steps for that would be email validation, so that only people in the domain, such as .gov or .edu, can use the portal. And lastly, that we send the verification code to the email to verify that the intended user created an account. Thank you so much for watching this video. These are all the shortcomings and wish list. The list is never ending, but these are the next things that we want to work on for the next semester. Thank you.